What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Thursday to all my not average followers and family. Hello and thank you so much. Hello, welcome to my two new family members. I thank you so much for starting to join the not average family. It's a privilege to have you here. To my old comers, thank you for riding with me through the roughs and the bad. What's up? What's up? As you can see, my thumbnail says insecurities, and this is what we're going to talk about on today. Um, I've did a lot of venting, and I've told some people off, and now I'm beyond that. It's time to move on. It's time to get back to my normal scheduled platform, which is to uplift, encourage, and tell the real deal in my experiences. Insecurities, we all have them. I don't care if you're a size 2, a size 11, a size 24, a size 26. I don't care if your skin is beautiful and radiates and glows and permeates the atmosphere. I don't care if you have the best singing voice, the best speaking voice. I don't care if you have a 4.0 average in a doctoral program, or if you're a doctor. We all have insecurities. And why do we have insecurities? Why? We're human. And it's human to never be satisfied, or it's human to always find something wrong among the good. This is the thing that I want to stretch, and it's not long. Don't allow your insecurities to become obligations. And what I mean by that is, don't allow your insecurities to become your obligations where you're not able to fulfill your destinies. We all, just as we all have insecurities and points that we're weak at and things that we doubt ourselves about, we all have a destiny and a purpose. And all of our destinies and purposes are different. And because it takes you a little longer to reach your destination, or it takes you a little, how can I put it? It's a little harder for you to reach your destination, does not mean you're not worth getting what you deserve. It does not mean that. The word says that you're fearfully and you're wonderfully made. And God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. God so loved the world. Put your name in that spot. Not just Bobby or Janice or Mike, but he loved the world. He loved you. So if he loved you enough to give his only son, you are worth something. You are valuable. You are called. You are chosen. And I'm not saying you're called or chosen to preach, but you are called to a purpose. You are called to a destiny to be fulfilled. And we're all insecure. I can give you my personal aspect. The person I am now, I have not always been. When I was in high school, even up until I was 30 years of age, I had terrible acne. I mean, terrible skin. And as far as my weight was an issue in college. It was an issue my teenage life, especially childhood. But when I got 30, I developed this attitude of, this is who I am. I can change it or not change it. But I'm not going to allow people to make me feel bad for not looking how they think I ought to look, or being how they think I ought to be. So I dropped the insecurity as far as weight goes. Because now, honey, my weight, it's like Rita Walker says, it's a healthy lifestyle. I'm doing some healthy lifestyle changes because I know I'm older. I'm not 30 or 20 anymore. I'm 42. I want to live longer. I have health conditions. In order to live longer and to help those health conditions not to exacerbate, I have to do what it takes on my end to live a healthier lifestyle and get the weight down and keep it under control. But as far as doing it for cosmetic purposes or purposes because you're too fat or whatever, I don't care about people or what people think. Because, honey, I can trot like Clydesdale with the best of them. And I am a diva. And when I whoop this hair and put on my clothes and lift these breasts up and tuck this tummy down, baby, I trot with the best of them and hold my head up in the air. because I am who I am and I'm confident in that. Plus size, BBW, and all. But do I have other insecurities? Yes, I do. I'm insecure in the fact of speaking. I can say that it's not so much insecurity, but insecurity of feeling failure. I don't want to fail, and failure has hindered me in so many aspects of my life. Being afraid to branch out, being afraid to pursue public speaking because of a tarnished past, being able to pursue motivational speaking because of a tarnished past. And we all have a past, and your past and your regrets are who make you who you are. If you haven't been through anything, if you've never struggled, if you've never had pain, heartache, if you've never been in the streets, if you've never fallen, if you've never had hardships, if you've never done things that you shouldn't have done, how can you benefit and help somebody else? There's no way. A person with a perfect life, no story to tell, you can't help others. You cannot. It's no way that you can. So don't be insecure about who you were. Who you were is behind you. Who you are now and who you will be is in front of you. And you have to look at that. Don't look in the mirror and say, oh, I have a blemish here. Oh, my face is just ugly. Oh, my nose is stupid. Let me tell you something. What stopped my insecurity with my acne, and like I say, I was 30 years old when I got my acne issues under control. I had a face full of pimples, blackheads, whiteheads, and I did a home remedy. Believe it or not, apple cider vinegar with warm water. Now, I've seen some people get on here and say apple cider vinegar, and come on, people, don't use raw vinegar. But apple cider vinegar using raw water, raw apple cider vinegar using water, warm water, cleared my skin with twice a day, cleared my acne up. After all the dermatologists I had been through, to all the pills I had taken, all the regimens I had done, the proactives, all simple home remedy. So another thing that helped with my insecurity of my skin was when I was nursing, I saw a lady come in and half her face was burned off. One side of her face was beautiful. The other side was burned off. And I remember telling a friend that I was a co-worker I was working with, I said, I'm not going to complain about my acne anymore because I do have a whole entire face. I can't even begin to imagine what she goes through. Excuse my running nose, please. I don't have the COVID. But I can't even begin to imagine what she goes through having her face burned. It's always someone in a worse position than you are. And for you to look at yourself and be grateful. You're going to always have doubts. You're going to always have a little bit of fear. But don't allow insecurity to overtake you, bludgeon you down, and not allow you to be the person God has designed and created for you to be. I heard people say you won't leave until you finish your purpose. And I disagree with that. I think there are a lot of people who have left prematurely that didn't get the chance to finish their purpose, not because they couldn't, not because they didn't have what it took to finish their purpose, but because they listened to others. They allowed things and circumstances to permeate their mind and their being, and to say to them, hey, you can't do this. I didn't want to do this. Like I said, excuse the nose drainage. I don't know where it's coming from. The devil gets busy when you won't tell the truth. If I was going off on somebody, I wouldn't have had this problem. But nevertheless, I You have got to. You have got to walk in your calling. Walk in your destiny. Will everyone accept you? No. Will everyone support you? No. Will everyone believe you? No. But don't allow anyone to hinder who you are or who you know you are destined to be. If you want to do that book, do the book. If you want to do that talk show, YouTube talk show, do it. Do whatever's laid on your heart to do. Because if you don't do what's laid on your heart to do, you will be miserable. You will. You'll be miserable. We all have something wrong with all of us. Sorry, it's the truth. I don't care how good you look on the outside. Something wrong with all of us. Something's wrong with all of us. None of us are perfect. You may look like peaches, creams, and the greatest Georgia peach on the outside. But something wrong with you mentally. Something wrong with you physically. Something is wrong with each and every living individual. But don't allow what's wrong with you to hinder who you are and what you can and cannot do. And I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to myself. For years, I've said I was going to write this book and work on this book. And then I stopped. And I wouldn't do it. And then I said, well, who would want to hear what I have to say? Or who would want to hear my life story? Or who would want to hear my perception of soul ties and being involved with men and love? But I got to a point and I said, you know what? Somebody needs to hear this. And if only one person gets it, that's okay. For years, I put off doing a YouTube channel because I felt, okay, especially hometown people, they don't want to hear what you have to say. You know, you're known for being blunt. You're known for putting people in their places. You're known for going off. They're not going to want to support you for years until I had two people to push me. And I'm thankful to those two people. Do what you need to do. Don't be insecure. And don't be used by everyone but God. Don't let your legacy be you were used by everyone but God. Do what you're called to do. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to get tongue-tied. You're going to mispronounce some things. You're going to fall. You're going to break some things. But the beauty of humanity is you can always get up and try again. And as long as you have breath in your body, you can always get up and try again. Do it. Do it. Sometimes we have to find ourselves. And finding yourself means knowing what you are, who you belong to, and what you want. And nobody can do that for you but you. So pursue your dreams. Don't allow anyone to hold you back. And Steve Harvey has this thing of leap and so many other things that people, say. And I can't speak from those perspectives because I leaped and did this YouTube channel. I'm leaping and I'm writing this book, and it's kind of hard when you're writing when you're having to open up your own skeletons and your own things that you thought you put to death and that you were over and realize as you're writing you're not over them. It's very hard, but I'm determined to do so. And you be determined to do whatever it is in your heart to do. Whether it's open your own makeup line like Forever Purple. Shout out to Forever Purple. I'm going to have to get with her and order some purple because my purple is not looking good. Eyeshadow, but everyone started with an idea. Everyone started with a dream. And everyone that pursued their idea and dream, if they were to sit down and talk to you, they would tell you they were scared, they had some insecurities, they had some fears. But they persevered and they pressed their way ahead and did it anyway. And that's what you got to do. Press your way, persevere, and do it anyway. Because if not, you'll never be happy. So if you like what you hear and see, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell twice so you'll know when I'm about to pop up. And just know that I'm Tashi Lane, not average. And the reason I'm not average is because I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. I'm going to tell you the real deal Holyfield. And I'm going to tell the truth always on myself. Nobody's perfect. I'm not aiming for perfection. I'm aiming for destination and a fulfilled purpose. Have a blessed one.